Hey, Julie Roussel here. Hey, welcome and thanks for joining in on this Wacky Wednesday, where you never know what the topic's going to be or if I'll actually be on time, because that's the way life rolls. But hey, welcome and thanks for joining in, whether you are popping in live right now or you are catching on the replay. I'm glad you could make it for a few minutes of kitchen conversation. So as always, if you hear something that resonates or that you can relate to, would you please leave a reaction, drop a comment or a hey in the thread, share the video with anyone you think it might help, and PM me if you have questions or want to hear more. I'm always happy to share the things that I'm learning, and I hope that they help you. So hey, I see a few people joining in. Hello, Leslie. That's the only one that's showing me right now, although I see a bunch joining in. So that's the way it rolls sometimes. But if I happen to miss your name and don't give a shout, leave me a hey. For most of you that know, I do have notes. But while you're thinking, do you happen to notice what's a little bit out of place, something that just doesn't belong in my kitchen? If you know what it is, do me a favor and drop that in the thread. But tonight, I wanted to share with you a quick question, a quick story, what I learned, and hopefully how it can help you. So let me ask the question for the night. Oh, hey, John. Hello, Leslie. I see a few more joining in. Hey, welcome. So have you ever had a game that was so close that you could taste it? Did you? Did you win it? Well, I wanted to share a story about my 6th grade volleyball team, their tournament match this weekend. And for many of you that know, I normally coach freshman boys volleyball, but I'm also a coach. I just completed coaching 6th grade boys volleyball, and I love coaching. And it's funny though that the players end up teaching me far more than I teach them. So let me tell you the story real quick. So we were at our tournament this weekend playing for 3rd place, and we were down to just 6 men, and it's due to a last minute injury. So we lost the opening set and then stormed back to win the 2nd set. And it was tight the whole way in the 3rd set. You know, and for those of you that aren't familiar with volleyball, the 3rd set in junior high is the deciding set if you both split. So hey, Charlotte, nice to see you, lady. It's been a long time. Hey. And like I was saying, we're in the 3rd set, the deciding set. And despite some calls that went the wrong way, you know, there were a few bad ball bounces at the net, they still fought, and the score was still neck and neck the entire time. It was tied 14-14, you know, and at that point your heart's racing and everybody's a little nervous, and, you know, you're on the seat of, you're pretty much, you know, chewing on your nails, and you're on the edge of your seat. You don't know who's going to win. Unfortunately, they lost 2 points right in a row to lose the match, end up taking 4th place instead of the 3rd that they were really striving for. And as the players came off the court, you know, they were extremely upset. You know, I love that competitiveness in them. But one player in particular felt that he cost his team the game by making, you know, a mistake or an error in a row, or 2 errors in a row. And he felt that he'd had a choke moment, or a sphincter moment, as we've called it a few times, and that he was letting the pressure get to him, and that he was so afraid that he was going to actually make a mistake that he ended up making more mistakes because he was so tight and so twisted up about it. And I pointed out to him that, you know, his teammates had also had plenty of choke moments, sphincter moments earlier in the game as well, whether it was, you know, several missed serves, whether it was balls that happened to fall or a ball that got shanked. It didn't matter. And I told him that he's going to be in that situation again, over and over again, many times in the future. And that you don't have to like that moment, not in the least, because I don't like losing any more than the next person. But you learn from it. You learn to take a breath and not to be afraid to go for it the next time you're in the game situation. Hey, Carrie, I'm glad you could make it. Say hi to April and the crew for me. Good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But like I was saying, I was telling my player that he didn't have to like that situation, didn't have to like losing, that he could learn from it, take a breath, refocus, and to not be afraid to go for it the next time. Because conquering your fear and taking the risk of failure is what's going to lead to your future success. And it's going to separate you from those who are going to quit because of their pressure, because of the pressure, because of the fear of failure. And I then said to my team, you know, you're all going to end up being in that game point situation sometime, that sphincter situation, that choke moment. And it's a tough situation. And how you handle it, and how you handle the fear of failing, the pressure, all of that's going to determine the outcome. And they all kind of nodded, you know, and many kept saying that you shouldn't be blaming any one person for a loss because they all had made mistakes earlier in the game, you know, missed serves, few balls that got shanked or were hit out. And I was really proud of those guys. And I told them that they should walk out of the gym with their head held high because they'd fought hard till the end and they never gave up. Even when they were afraid of making mistakes, they still stayed with it. And what I learned from that, and I seem to keep relearning that, whether it's life, whether it's coaching, whether it's work or business, that I need to step beyond my personal fears and not allow them to stop me from giving my best. That I need to not allow those tough moments to paralyze me from going for the win. And most importantly, to believe in myself 200%, even in those toughest moments when the game is on the line. And I've struggled with that many times, whether it was volleyball or coaching or what I do for a living. So if you heard something that resonates with you, would you please leave a reaction, drop a comment, or give me a short little blurb about your sports experience, or even if you happen to notice kind of what doesn't belong. Share the video with anyone you think it might help. And PM me if you have questions or want to hear more about how you can believe in yourself and step beyond your fears. So the next time that you're in a game, it's the deciding set. You know, the score is tied. The other team has the ball. The game is totally on the line. You have to decide whether you have the courage to believe in yourself and go for the win, or allow your fear to paralyze you and prevent you from succeeding. Which one are you going to choose? I'll catch you later.